It's the Pistons. And they're doing business on the road. It's an interconference NBA matchup. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us for Noche Latina, the NBA's celebration of the Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Dallas playing for the home crowd again tonight. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Andre Drummond is out there with Carl Landry. And it's Carroll in at the 3 spot. It always seems the Mavs are able to compete for a title, Clark, but their window might be closing with some of their stars aging, namely Dirk Nowitzki.
You're exactly right, Kevin, because Dirk is the centerpiece of that franchise, has been for over a decade. They made the Rondo trade last year trying for a big finals run, but eventually they'll start to have to build for the future.
Parker dishes to DeRozan. Chandler a screen. 5 on the clock. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here's Jackson. And Carroll gets it to go.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
On defense, Detroit. Here's Parker. Nowitzki up top. Parker sets the screen for Nowitzki. Here's Allen. Detroit with the rebound. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Drummond with a screen on Allen. Drummond the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Carroll. Rebound by Tony Parker.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough.
Now here's DeRozan. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Caldwell Pope, covered by Parker. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Outside DeRozan. Chandler outside. Out to Parker. 4 on the clock. Nowitzki for 3. Cannot hit. And Detroit the other way now. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Jackson passes to Carroll. Back to Jackson. Pistons passing it around. Drummond a screen. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. They get it back. And that one is stuffed right through.
And the defense out of position on that possession, which allowed for him to get that offensive board.
Well said. Yes, he did. You're right, Greg. That's a tremendous jam on the putback.
What a great nose for the basketball he has, and such a strong finisher as well.
And the shot is good from Nowitzki.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Jackson against Allen. Jackson with it. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Deep 2 from Carroll. And the shot is long. Mavericks trailed by 3. I'm sure you guys have heard this, that the nickname that has been given to DeMarre Carroll, the junkyard dog, I think it's apropos. Kid drafted out of Missouri back in the 2009 draft.
Yeah, and he actually had to show perseverance to hang around as he bounced around a bit. But I think he's found a home now.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and Clark, the dunk, caps it off.
Well, you know, for me, guys, it's all about positioning and anticipation on those screen plays, and they got it right there.
And Carroll, an energy player who's developed a reliable three-point stroke. I mean, he can also hurt you in transition. He's got terrific size and athleticism, and he also really knows how to play without the basketball.
And it's DeRozan missing.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Parker with the steal. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And Carroll, by advanced stats, one of the most productive small forwards in our league. I mean, one thing I like, even as he's developed into a three-point threat, he still has an instinct for cutting to the rim off the ball when his defender turns his head. I mean, one of the things I think that allows his team to be so good is his understanding of how to play the game.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Reggie Jackson. Parker kicks to Nowitzki. From 12 feet out, Andre Drummond grabs the miss.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Livingston kicks to Carroll. There's the dish to Livingston. Pass to Carroll. Clock is at 3. Mavericks with the rebound.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And slam dunk by Allen.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finished hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
Now here's Carroll. Passes it to Livingston. Good D by Parker. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. The tray. Another 3 for Dallas.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Here is Livingston, looking for his first basket still in this one. Fast break, Dallas. Here's DeRozan, and he banks in the layup. And it's a 4-point Maverick lead.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
And now the first time out called here for Detroit.
You know, there was a time when some thought Tyson Chandler would be a draft bust. But, you know, it took some time before he found his niche and has been one of the best bigs in the NBA for the span of his career. You know, that shows you also when you draft guys out of high school, they're going to need a couple more years to really define who they are as players.
Mavericks making a switch here. Nurkic is checked in. Here's Teletovic. Buries the long-range jumper. Teletovic has got his first 3 points of the game.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
And there's the call on Anthony Morrow. That's his first foul. Chandler was a bit of a late bloomer, but you can't argue with his presence on the floor now.
Well, he won a title and embodies what you need to do in order to win titles. I mean, Chandler makes all the difference on defense, and that's why teams will just still want him even late in his career.
And DeRozan, here we go.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Tucker. And the layup falls.
Yes.
And the Pistons lead by 1.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Nurkic with it. Picked up by Turner. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Okay.
Thing about DeMar DeRozan, he came into the league fairly unpolished. Struggled to handle the ball. Created then his own shot. And but sometimes he would create for others too. But he's settled down. You can see the growth.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. You could see the physical talent was there in terms of him playing the 2. The question is, could he make the commitment mentally to become a great player? Well, from what he's done the last few years, I would have to say he's definitely been able to do that.
Here's Levine, following the score by Miles Turner. There's the pick. Levine kicks to Johnson. Nowitzki a screen for 3, and it's DeRozan missing. The Pistons leading. Here is Livingston. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. The shot by Turner, no good.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Waiters is checked in. Here is Livingston. Out to the right wing. Lots of room. Good as the jump shot falls. Livingston's got his first bucket of the night.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
And finished off by Nurkic.
Explosive leaping ability.
Oh, that was pretty. And he just has that, Clark, that effortless knack for getting inside.
And guys, how about how fearsome he is at times? I mean, you'd hate to be the guy tasked with guarding him.
Fast break, Dallas. Here's Levine. He kicks it to Waiters. To the paint. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
There's the feed to Turner. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Johnson. Waiters gets a wide open look. No good with the triple.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
The Mavericks leading. Nowitzki right side. It's up a 3. Waiters no luck.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here is Livingston. Shot clock at 6. Kicks tomorrow. Here's Teletovic. At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. It's Dallas up 2. And we'll get going after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Dallas Mavericks answer.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, they've dictated tempo with their defense and been able to force some turnovers.
Yeah, and, you know, they've also done a good job, Greg, on their end of the floor by not throwing the ball away.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Damari Carroll is out there with Carl Landry, and it's Drummond in at the center position. Here's Landry. Nurkic with the block. Here's Levine. Kicks it out to Johnson. Landry against Nurkic. And he gets the bucket. And now a 7-point Maverick lead.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, you've got to make sure your feet are set when you set those screens, or they're going to call that on you.
Well, I thought maybe he was set. I know that's a difficult call to make, but I think they might have missed that one.
Dallas calls timeout.
And Detroit was a 32-50 record last season. They didn't have any help from the schedule. They had a total of 22 back-to-back series on the year, tied for most in the league.
Here's Levine. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Greg, you just said the Pistons had a ton of back-to-back games. 44 were part of their back-to-backs, over half their schedule. Clark, they went 15 and 29 in those games.
And that's part of the reason why the NBA wanted to examine the schedule. I mean, it was a tough year for the Pistons. It's hard to get any momentum when you're playing that many back-to-backs.
Dallas needs to get off a shot. Waiters. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's Caldwell Pope. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Caldwell Pope's got 7. Dallas leading by 4. And there's the pass to Levine. Screen by Nurkic. From deep. Offensive rebound. For the Detroit Pistons, they come in off the loss to the Trailblazers. Jackson dishes to Drummond. Here's Caldwell Pope. He's got 7, and that one's good. And now just a 2-point Dallas lead.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Nurkic setting the pick for Waiters. Feeds it to Green. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. The Mavericks have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
That one is no good. Pistons trailed by 3. The drive by Jackson. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Here's Levine. Screen by Nurkic. Raiders on the wing. Out to the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They get it back. Levine kicks to Johnson. It's good from long range.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
The drive by Jackson. Back to Drummond. Stolen by Waiters. Jumps up. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden.
Jackson down low. And it's Drummond missing.
And guys, Dion Waiters is a man who has never met a shot he didn't like. Despite shooting less than 40% from the field last season, he just kept on shooting. Now, every once in a while, he'd get hot and it would look good. But when he's off, which was most of the time, it didn't look very good. He's got to improve shot selection and shot discipline.
Jackson. And he gets it to go. Jackson's got 4 this quarter.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
And the Mavericks call time here.
And for Reggie Jackson, the league is going the right way in terms of his skill set. Everyone loves the guard who can shoot well enough to bust the zone, as well as make plays for others and at the rim. And Jackson is that guy.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for the Mavericks. Here's Levine. Landry grabs the miss. And back to Jackson. He really took on the playmaker role after being traded to the Pistons. As a Detroit player, he averaged over 9 assists a game, Clark, which would have put him 4th overall in the league had it been for a full campaign.
Loved his aggressiveness, which led to opportunities for his teammates, but it also led to turnovers. That part of his game, he's got to tighten up.
Tony Allen.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Allen comes in for Johnson. And Tony Parker is subbed in for Levine. It's Parker with the drive. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Parker's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
The drive by Green. Parker with no one around. Again, the Mavericks score. Pistons trailed by 8. Outside Jackson. Pass to Landry. Back to Jackson. The layup missed.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, I mean, deterred them from those plans.
Parker against Jackson. Parker drives in. Now here's Waiters. Defense right on him. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And an intentional foul right there. A different look for Dallas. Tyson Chandler is checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Nowitzki comes in for Green. And it's DeRozan in for Waiters. And Detroit with a change here too. Turner's checked in. The Pistons shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
Nowitzki outside. DeRozan on the wing. Back to Nowitzki. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And there's the call on Chandler. That'll be his second foul of the game. Pistons trailed by 6. Outside Jackson. He feeds it to Caldwell Pope. Here's Landry. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Oh, here's Parker. He's got 9. Nowitzki outside. DeRozan passes to Nowitzki. Releases. And it's DeRozan missing.
Yeah, and listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Jackson with it. He's picked up by Parker. Carroll, no one around him. Offline with his 3.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
That's good.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Parker dishes to Chandler. To the inside. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Dallas.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. So it's Detroit with the ball. And here's Jackson. He's got 6. To the middle. Landry kicks to Jackson. Here's Caldwell Pope. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Dallas has gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. Nowitzki kicks to DeRozan. Nurkic a screen on Carroll. DeRozan. Shot to stop the drought. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Well, they've really cranked up the intensity, tracking down those loose caroms, stacking up second chance buckets in a big pile.
Yeah, and those hustle points are just another reason they're in control.
Here's Jackson. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Jackson's got 8 here in the quarter.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
Parker outside. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Inside. Here's Landry. And Parker with the block. Allen passes to Nowitzki. Outside DeRozan. Nowitzki sets a screen for DeRozan. Back to Nowitzki. And the shot is good. Nowitzki's got 8.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Jackson dishes to Landry. Nurkic with the block. They retain possession. And Dirk Nowitzki gets the whistle that time. Detroit making a switch here. Teletovic is checked in. 104 left to play in the first half. Jackson kicks to Teletovic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Jackson. And the 3 ball is good. Jackson's got 11.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Screen by Nurkic. Jackson again. It's Parker. It's stolen. Here's Caldwell Pope. He has 7. Turner against Nowitzki. Just 5 on the clock. And Teletovic kicks to Carroll. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
12 seconds left to play here in the half. Parker outside. Right side to Rosen. Looking to get it going. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Mavericks lead by 2. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Dallas
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
A nice quarter for Jackson. He has 11 points and 1 steal as well.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. One of the stories here, Reggie Jackson getting it done today.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
Dirk and Chandler are the pair up front. Tony Parker is up there with DeRozan. And it's Allen in at the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
And so last season for Tony Parker, somewhat of a shift. I mean, he was solid, but injuries cost him a few games. He also had his lowest assists and points per game totals since his rookie year. But he fought through like the champion that he is.
Pistons trailed by 4. Outside Jackson. To the inside. Landry passes to Drummond. Poke loose. Parker's shot is off.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount. How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Chandler a screen. Outside DeRozan. It's Nowitzki, top of the key. Puts it up from 15. Carroll with the rebound. Carroll's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Landry dishes to Drummond. Rejected by Nowitzki. Outside DeRozan. This one for three. Rebound by the Pistons. Drummond's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Now Parker. He's got 9. 6 to shoot. Chandler kicks to Allen. Fires the 3. Parker's shot is off. Detroit's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Outside Landry. Back to Jackson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tony Allen. That's his first foul. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Caldwell Pope. Soft touch off the glass. Caldwell Pope's got 9 points. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, it's been a really good game for sure. I mean, it looks like it's going to stay tight throughout.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
They've clearly been the better team on the glass. It hasn't necessarily translated to the scoreboard yet.
Yeah, but over a full game, I like their energy, and if they can maintain that level of effort, I think it bodes well for them down the stretch.
Dishes it to Parker. Shot to stop the drought. And he gets the bucket. He's got 12.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And for Carl Landry, he powered his way through the league a few years back, but somewhere along the line, Clark, his game kind of topped out.
His best season, Kevin, he averaged 18 and 7. I think injuries have been a factor. But last year was down to 7 and 4 his game averages, so he's starting to slide.
The Pistons making a change here. Turner's checked in for Drummond. P.J. Tucker comes in for Damari Carroll. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Contavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Livingston in for Reggie Jackson. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Chandler. JaMychal Green comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Johnson, he's checked in for Allen. And it's Waiters in for DeMar DeRozan. And a switcher also for Detroit. Mirza Teletovic is checked in for Carl Landry.
And back to Carl Landry. Sophisticated scorer, a variety of post moves, a tough guy willing to play through pain, but he just never had the size or explosiveness to dominate. And now that he's getting a little older, that really has become an issue.
Levine's checked in for Parker. Shot's good by Waiters.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Tucker, the pass to Livingston. The shot. An easy 2 points on the layup. Livingston's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, visiting Carl Landry again here, I mean, he's a role guy. He shoots a high percentage from the field, from the foul line, gives you a little nasty and edge down low, yet you can't make him out to be more than he is.
Here's Levine. Good! Levine's got 5 now. Pistons trailed by 5. Livingston dishes to Turner. Pass to Livingston. He kicks it to Tucker. There's a good screen. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. When you think about Sean Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken, Clark, 4th back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager. And his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
For Detroit, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. He dishes it to Morrow. Passes to Tucker. The Pistons working the ball around now. And Waiters kicks to Levine. Here's Green. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Here's Waiters. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for them.
Yeah, but they've got to find a way to convert those extra possessions into points if they're going to come back in this one.
Lets the three fly. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Teletovic.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Bean passes to Nurkic. There's the dish to Waiters. Back to Nurkic. And here we go with Morrow running it up the court. Johnson against Turner. The shot no good. Johnson with the defensive effort. And so they foul intentionally. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic.
Second team foul. Checking in for your Mavericks, Dwayne Dedmon.
Here's Levine. He has 7. Green, the screen. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Pistons trailed by 4. Here is Livingston. He's got 8. Teletovic dishes to Turner. Down low. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Teletovic has got 8 points.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
And Waiters kicks to Green. To the paint. Here's Levine. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
From deep three-point range, the shot is off. And Detroit the other way now. To the inside for the tie. And it's good on the layup. Tucker's got his second bucket of the night.
That's as good as it gets right there. Beautiful reverse layup in traffic.
Here's Levine. 9 points in the game so far. The drive by Green. And he uses the glass on the layup. Green's got 4 points in the quarter.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
Here's Livingston. And he uses the glass on the layup. Livingston's got 10 points in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
That's his second personal foul.
Hey, for Zach LaVine, the dunk contest last season was his coming out party to the world. He put on a show that everybody in the NBA was buzzing about.
And for Levine and his dunking, if you saw him in college or last season, you knew he was a very special player in the air.
Well, Levine can be one of the great all-time dunkers with his height and ability to lift off. He gets airborne so effortlessly that there are few that can match his power and finesse once he's airborne.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, you might as well make those adjustments right away.
And so Levine nails both of them.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
Livingston kicks to Teletovic. .149 left in the third quarter. Some solid D from Nowitzki. On the wing, DeRozan. 6 points for him. Bean passes to Chandler. 5 to shoot. Allen dishes to Nowitzki. Here's Chandler. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Dallas making a switch here. Parker's checked in. Drummond's checked in for Detroit. And a different look here for the Pistons. Carl Landry's checked in for Mirza Teletovic. Damari Carroll comes in for P.J. Tucker. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Anthony Morrow. And it's Jackson in for Sean Livingston. Parker kicks to Nowitzki. Chandler is screen. And it's DeRozan missing.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
A chance here to go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to ramp up the speed and make it happen in a hurry.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The feed now to Caldwell Pope. Drummond working against Chandler. And Drummond throws it down.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Chandler is screen. He got it up. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Mavericks ahead, up by 2. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Carl Landry is out there with Andre Drummond, and it's Carroll in at the small forward. Drummond sets the screen for Jackson. Trains the three-pointer. Jackson's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Detroit. Levine passes to Johnson. Screen by Nurkic. Waiters no luck.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
They've had a strong game on that front, Clark, no doubt about it.
That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
Defense just not reacting with enough aggressiveness.
Johnson attacking. Power down with both hands.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Out to the right wing. Back to Jackson. Tries from 10. Shot is off. And it's Dallas the other way. Here's Waiters. A three-pointer off the mark.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Allen's checked in. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tony Allen. That'll be his second foul of the game. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Here's Drummond. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots. Mavericks trailed by 4. Here's Levine. Kicks to Waiters. Screen by Nurkic. Outside, Green. 4 on the clock. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
To the paint. Nurkic with the steal. To tie it up. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's on Carl Landry.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Detroit's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Here's Jackson. Misses the reverse.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
The pass to Green. From past the arc. And he gets it to go. And now it's a 3-point Maverick lead.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
6 on the shot clock. Drummond a screen. The Pistons rebound. Shot to stop the run. And the layup is good. Drummond's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Nurkic in the post. Working on Drummond. Allen's shot is off.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Jackson kicks to Drummond. And down it goes, jamming that one home. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Yeah, and actually still too close to call. I mean, this one is tight.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot. And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Jackson with it. Feeds to Drummond. Nurkic with the steal. Pass to Allen. Dishes it to Levine. Oh, he jams it right over Andre Drummond. Wow!
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
Puts up the baby hook. And there's another one for the Pistons.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Levine dishes to Green. And another basket for Dallas. Well, it was the Dallas Mavericks in their last game, a loss to the Clippers. Pass to Carroll. Jackson kicks to Carroll. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And the Pistons lead by 1.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
To the middle. Here's Drummond. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Andre Drummond is a big guy. At the NBA Draft Combine, he measured 7 feet tall with a 7'7" wingspan. And he tipped the scales at 280 pounds. That's a super heavyweight, my friends.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. And on the topic of Andre Drummond, Greg, there are a few guys in the league who combine his kind of size with the type of athleticism he possesses. Fast up and down the floor, quick off his feet, even sports a little hang time. I mean, the guy's got a full package athletically.
You talked about the raw physical tools. Then you factor in the 2 things as a big that I really value: great hands and quick feet. And he's got that going for him. So you can't go through him, you can't go around him, and you certainly can't go over him. I mean, what's left?
We can only hope to contain him, as they say. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
In the break, guys, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He urged his players to keep fighting, saying, "We're right there, but the margin of error has shrunk. We've got to play aggressive and smart." Guys?
Thanks again, Doris. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. First one falls for him. And guys, Andre Drummond has made quite an impression in the early stages of his career. Clark, you were just talking about that. Greg, I don't think anyone felt he would have such an impact this fast.
Yeah, I mean, he's already a mountain of a man among boys. I mean, it's hard to believe when you look at this guy out there. He's only 22 years old.
Parker passes to Nowitzki. No good. Now the Pistons take it the other way. Livingston kicks to Morrow. From downtown. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Livingston's got 3 assists in the game. Mavericks trailed by 3.
Going back to Andre Drummond, some say there aren't any true centers entering the NBA these days. But I look at Andre, I look at DeMarcus Cousins, Joel Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns, and I think to myself, what are these people talking about?
Livingston dishes to Casper. Out to the right wing. Here's Livingston. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one on Parker.
And talking about Andre Drummond, I remember when he fell to number 9 on draft day. All sorts of experts were making excuses as to why. But even then, there was this eerie feeling that some teams had made a huge mistake in passing on him. And that feeling turned out to be correct.
Tony Allen's checked in for Dallas. And finished off by DeRozan.
Whoa. That'll wake you up.
Is he an athlete or what?
No doubt about it. It's almost as if he lives in the air, and dunks like that have become quite commonplace.
Mavericks trailed by 3. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Went for the 2-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
And the call will be against Tony Parker. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Oh, no. Not the guy you want to put on the line, Kevin. He's an ATM from the free throw line.
That's off as well, so he misses both.
Looking at the numbers for Sean Livingston, 12 points, and free throws have been big for him today, with 6 points from the line.
And it's important, and you can tell that he understands that in terms of getting to the line.
Levine's checked in for the Mavericks.
Zach LaVine.
And the Mavericks call time here. Andre Drummond with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's on fire. They needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hands.
A different look here for Detroit. Damari Carroll's checked in for Caspi. Caldwell Pope comes in for Anthony Morrow. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Sean Livingston. Nowitzki sets a screen for Parker. He feeds it to Levine. He kicks it to Chandler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Boom, he jams it straight down. Boy, right down to the wire here, Clark. Still anyone's ball game.
Both teams really invested now. I mean, this is the type of game you love to win, and you'd hate to lose it.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Carroll passes to Drummond. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
It's tipped. Tries to keep it alive. And it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession.
And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Teletovic in the post. Defended by Nowitzki. Teletovic misses. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. The Pistons trailing. Jackson kicks to Teletovic. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
Now, here's Parker. Passes it to Levine. Chandler a screen. Nowitzki for 3. Rebound by the Pistons. Carroll's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bageled in the second.
Here's Jackson. And another 3 for Detroit.
Defensively, they can't afford to back off of him that much. You don't want to be giving up easy threes, especially at this stage of the game.
It's DeRozan with the drive.
No way to mess that one up, Kevin. I mean, he powered it down with both hands.
Not this guy. He is a superb finisher.
And when he gets near the hoop, guys, he is a tour de force.
And they double up Jackson. He dishes it to Teletovic. To the right side. 6 on the shot clock. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're down by 3. 1:21 left to play in the final quarter. Allen's checked in for Levine. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And guys, I think it's exactly the right thing to do with the lead. Keep going at defenders and find a way to get yourself to the line. And
here's Jackson. dish now to Carroll. Down low. Drummond. Count it.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Parker against Jackson. Nowitzki in the post. Good D by Drummond. And they go to the intentional foul.
Take a look at what Carroll's done. He has 9 rebounds, and he's made some good decisions with the basketball, too.
And being smart with the ball like he's been today, Clark, I think it's critical for him and them. He should repeat that every game. Well, it's urgent time right now. This is when they got to come up big.
Yeah, you got to get points here. I mean, there's no way you can get around it. You've got to be able to get baskets here in a short period of time.
And that free throw good from DeRozan. 29 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Clark, they'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see some long possessions out of them going forward.
And he commits the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
And those free throws will mean a ton now. It makes it a 2-possession game.
Connects! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
That kind of power move has become a trademark of his.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 5-point game.
And that's exactly how you close the game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
And the Mavericks call time here. They trail by 5. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And a quick bucket and a foul is really the only option at this point.
And the important thing about the foul is who you foul. They don't want to send a top-notch free thrower to the line if they can avoid it.
Here's Parker. The feed to Levine. The 3. Parker's shot is off. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep, and he'll shoot 2 at the line. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game. And so the Pistons take the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this
gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know where I come from. I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know. I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know where I come from.
Hit on my laps in the gym, the sweat ran off my skin. They thought I ran out of breath, but I was just catching my wind. That only happens to them. I gotta capture my win. I practice 31 days a month and I practice again. Was born equipped with sportsmanship, so I just laugh and I grin. Victory is my objective, I don't have to pretend. Spread my wings like an eagle and let them flap in the wind. No guts, no glory, no pain, no gain. These are actions of men. My teammate is a warrior, got my back to the end. My offense is God sent. You gon' have to defend. My crossover is vicious, I got more swagger than him. Hit the bottom of the net or the back of the rim. Your style is a flagrant foul. Your score, I'ma take it down. All of your trash talking was pointless. Say it now, you slacking in goaltending. My actions are bone chilling. Got the home court advantage. I'm back on the road winning.
I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know where I come from. I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know. I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know where I come from.
I gotta hold a city down anyhow. They gon' have to really bow. Totally dominate the game in front of any crowd. I keep it 100 while you only keep it 50 thou. I could conquer any style. Victory is in me now. My time is now. Who said it was later? It comes natural. I got a competitive nature. Look at them guys when I'm coming. They be hot and I'm hunting. Luckily they been ducking me. You see lots of them running. Challenges, I embarrass them. They a dime in a dozen. Full of fire just like a dragon straight out of the dungeon. I'm just rising above it. You just lied to the public. I serve a purpose. You nervous with butterflies in your stomach. Don't try to intimidate me. You couldn't scare me with lip. I'm spontaneous, smart, dangerous, fancy and quick. My trainer told me to work. He ain't prepared me to quit. I'm the only captain who's sailing this championship.